Photoshop can open as well as place EPS files. You can go to File and Open and select EPS files. But as soon as you do that, if I click Open now, it will bring it in, but it will rasterize it. And you can't change the individual parts in that way. So I'm just going to cancel that. Now this design here is an EPS file, but I'm just going to move that away and go to File and Place Embedded or Place Linked. I'm just going to go with Place Linked. And I'm going to select this EPS file. It's nothing particularly amazing, but I'm just going to click that. And now you can see the EPS design. Now that is a vector design. You can make it any size. However, in my version of Photoshop, there seems to be an issue at the moment, and I'm not certain reason why, but if I double click this, you should be able to, if you double click it, should open Illustrator, in Illustrator. However, now if I double click it, it opens it in preview. This is on the Mac, of course. Maybe on the PC it's fine. I'm not certain the reason why that is failing. Always used to work, perfectly reasonable, open in Illustrator. However, and I've set all the associations, etc., all to Illustrator, still seems to ignore it. So what you can do is, of course, if you've got Illustrator, just go to Illustrator and simply open that file there. So File and Open, and there's the file, the 1.eps. Not the most original name, I agree, but click Open. And you can see the design there. And what you can do, you can use the Layers panel if you want to modify this design. So you can select it, selects the whole thing, Layer 1. However, you can go to these individual ones and say, this one, the yellow. And the way to do it is simply click here. And then you can modify it. Another option is to just double click and then go here into isolation mode. And you can edit it. So I'm just resizing, just so you can see that I'm changing something. And I'm going to make that green, just so it stands out. So once you've done that, you can come back out. However, now what you need to do if you want to, obviously with this modified design, if I go back to Photoshop, I'm just going to go back to Photoshop, it hasn't updated because of course I haven't saved it. That's the key thing. This is the thing, you have to actually go to File and Save. So File and Save, and it saved it. So this EPS file now has been edited. You can modify it in numerous ways. You can go back to Photoshop and you can see now you've got this modified design. You've got the change in the design and you can repeat that. You can add other items and much, much more. Press return there. And of course you can modify it here and change things, but it doesn't obviously affect that EPS file. I'm not saving it to the EPS file from Photoshop. I'm just opening it. So now I've got this design. It's still a vector design, so I can go back to Illustrator again and I can tweak it again. Maybe resize this. I think, you know what, this blue background, I don't want that blue. Maybe go for a different color. Again, File and Save, and it's obviously just written it. Go back to Photoshop and then you can see the updated. Now it's a pity that this doesn't seem to work anymore. Certainly not in my version. It used to. Please put in the comments below if you know of any way to fix this, because I've tried numerous things, setting AI files, PDF files, all to open in Illustrator. But for some weird reason, it just defaults always to the preview. Slightly frustrating because it does make it, and I looked online, apparently lots of other people have had similar sort of problems. Comments seem to suggest it's been fixed. Clearly for me, for some weird reason, on my M1 machine and Monterey, it doesn't seem to be working. Still seems to be an issue and opens the files wrong. However, hope you found this tutorial of interest and explains some ways of using EPS files, placing them. Again, File and Place Linked. Just place them in and then edit them, obviously, and modify them only in Illustrator. And obviously there's probably going to be other apps, of course, as well, but Illustrator's a good one if you've got Creative Cloud. Hope you found this of interest. Thank you much.